Had to react to this because was on TikTok and some guy says it wasn't a terrorist attack.
Members of Congress were almost murdered. Um,
Check,
many
kill
congressional staffers
government
were
officials,
killed. As for
threatening
myself,
government officials,
I had a pretty traumatizing event
break into a
happen to
government
me.
building,
Um,
destroy government property.
and I do not know if I can even disclose the full details of that event due to security concerns.
She's such a
But
badass.
I can
A
tell
couple days
you I
after
had a
being
really
scared for her
close
life,
encounter where I thought I was going to die.
she's
And you have all of those thoughts
got to be some PTSD with some of the people though.
where, at the end of your life,
Like I know a
all
couple
of these
people that
thoughts
was.
come rushing
I'm
to
not
you.
going into detail, but their school had a shooter,
Um, that's what
and
happened
they
to a lot of us
still
on Wednesday.
deal with that shit. And this was back in like high school, and they're now around
I
35, 40.
I did not think, I did not know if I was going to make it to the end of that day alive.
No, I think one of them's
And it is not an
32.
exaggeration to say that many members of
You can do the
Congress
math and figure out how, when they went to high school, but I'm not telling you what high
It's
school
not an exaggeration to say that at all. We were very
or what
lucky.
city or province or
Things
country they were.
happened within certain minutes that allowed members to escape the House floor unharmed. But many of us nearly and narrowly escaped death.
Didn't like 3 people actually die? The chick that the cop shot, the security guard shot, which you're breaking into a government building, a cop has a gun pointed at you, and you still go. Anybody has a gun pointed at you, you hit the ground. You do what they say.
Myself
What
did
kind
not
of
even feel safe
delusional person
going
has a gun pointed at them and goes,
that
he's not going to shoot?
extraction point because there were QAnon and white supremacist sympathizers and frankly white supremacist members of Congress in that extraction point who I know and who I had felt would disclose my location and allow me to.
Okay, that I got to check on one more time. People in government officials, she has a feeling that they would set her up to be killed. Okay, ignoring that the government officials, which blows my mind. Someone in your workplace that you see probably every day, she has to see him a couple times a month. I don't know enough about politics to know how many people, how many times the Congress gets together. But a couple times a month, be generous. Would set her up to be hurt or killed. I've went to a lot of jobs. I've had a lot of people I didn't like at all, hated. But if there was a threat against their lives, I wouldn't serve them up on a silver platter. Would I take a bullet for them? Probably not. But I don't think any of them would expect me to want them dead. And I wouldn't want them dead. That wouldn't pop in my head. More like I grab them and try to get us both out the fucking back door. And at the very worst thing I do is try to outrun them. If there was an actual shooter coming at me.
Would create opportunities to allow me to be hurt, kidnapped, etc. And so
Gotta hate what that etc. probably means with her.
what happens now? We know that Donald
We both
Trump
know what that etc.
cannot
means.
be president. We know that we cannot wait until January 19th.
Yeah, we can't let him.
We cannot wait until
So glad he was
we
impeached.
cannot wait until Inauguration Day. He cannot be president right now.
Were they killed? All these people going against Trump finally.
I have a message for anyone who is resigning after Wednesday. Too late. Too late. You're not going to resign after Wednesday and act like you weren't a part of it. Were you secretary on Wednesday? Yes, you were. You were a part of it. Were you secretary every single step leading up to Wednesday? Yes, then you were a part of it. You don't get to allow for an attack that kills 5 people.
5 people.
And then after...
Okay, I kind of thought it was worse. But 5 people is still pretty bad.
Yes, you were. Those 5 people's blood is on your hands. What are you going to
Preach,
do?
Queen.
And they think that resigning is going to clean that blood off their hands. It is always on them. They are for...
Yeah, that's why I hate... It happens every time any government or any politician or even any celebrity does something truly beyond recognition. They think just disappearing is good. Not trying to fix the problem they caused. Not honestly being sorry for it and, like, saying no, condemning the hell out of them. Because I guarantee if every single government official that was so-called on Trump's team throws him under the bus... I almost wish it was literally under the bus, and says, no, this is not right, a lot of Trump supporters would go with them. Because a lot of Trump supporters support his team too. So if one person is saying one thing, and everybody else you listen to is saying the other, maybe the straight numbers would push a lot of the not crazy white supremacist people that follow Trump, because not all of them are, away from how... and make them realize how fucking insane that was. Anyway, back to the thing.